guys, my name is Retro Tadakaru Pelswick. Pelswick is one of those cartoons that can give you a fresh breath of air. This cartoon is so enjoyable to watch, it's just so different. They took that no ordinary sweet life cartoon to a different point of view cartoon. This guy is a wheelchair and you see the issues and problems he has during each episode. And we just enjoy it because it's so different. In fact, every joke is kind of point to the wheelchair point of view. And we just love about that. And especially all the characters it has. Each character is just amazing. They're different, fresh, well except 1 and 2, but besides that, this cartoon is amazing. I'm so sorry, I just get a little bit excited. Where was I? Oh yeah. Now let's talk about story. Well, I already talked about story as a point of view in Witcher, but this has a formula you quite don't see. The formula is pretty much the angel reappearing out of nowhere. Talk to Pelswick for a certain word, a sentence, or something he says. He had to figure out in the episode. He had to figure it out to solve his problem, and that's pretty much the formula. But it's kind of kid-safe because the relationship of Pelswick and the angel. The relationship is just enjoyable. You get to see Pelswick get annoyed about the angels, how they kind of have sarcastic or very interesting each other. And this is not the first good relationship on the show. You have another relationship that is so super good. It's pretty much Cassandra and Veronica. These two side characters are enjoyable together. Every time together, you love the relation they have. They hate each other and they love each other at the same time. They're good friends and they're bitter enemies. Every word they even talk to each other, any kind of wrong saying or something to tick them off, you just enjoy to see. Every time both of them are on the scene at the same time, you enjoy that. Now let's talk about characters. Well, the first character you have to talk about is Pelswick. Pelswick is one of those athletes, sarcastic, smart, and very interesting character. This guy is interesting, especially when you have to confirm something, and that's the best part of this character. Now you also have other characters are also very good to see. Pelswick also has a sister. Pretty much she is a con artist. She cons everybody and trying to get money however she can. But she also loves his big brother. And pretty much I love that if characters have a more than one emotion. You also have Gran. Gran is a very lovable granny. This granny is hardcore and loves her grandson. And she's just crazy. That's kind of generic and insane grandmother. But this one is just so enjoyable. She's so dedicated to help his grandson and whoever in the family also. You just enjoy their sanity. You also has the father of Pelswick. He's just very interesting. He's so different than other father figure cartoons. He's more like the freedom of people opinions, and protect the weak, and so forth. This character is just enjoyable to watch. He's completely different than any father figure you watch on television. He's caring, lovable, and once in a while he does give advice. And I love about this show. This also show has different people give advice to Pelswick, and that's likable. That's very different also. The most interesting character, the most pickable, most horrible, the person who probably wrote the book of being the meanest bully in the whole school, Boyd. Boyd is just the enemy of Pelswick, and this character is good. You have to see him being so mean to Pelswick. You actually see the conversation, the witty dialogue they have each other back and forth. You just enjoy that. I'm disappointed in one thing is they didn't have more conversations. Today I kind of stopped all the characters. They have many more, but I think that's enough for right now. Now let's talk about something super obvious. The animation. Let's face it, the animation is not the greatest thing in the world. And this is, you could say this is bad, but in a way it gives the show characters. It gives something completely different animation wise. And now one thing it is bad about this show is the pacing of the show. There's only thing you can actually say bad about this show. There are moments I wish they have rushed it a little bit more dialogue, because sometimes it feels like a minute or two kind of boring, especially you see all the best writing they give this show. You want to see more, but the only problem is they'll have moments. Sadly, this show ended 2 seasons, and that's not bad. Ended the 2 seasons. You kind of did want a season 3, but I'm happy you only have 2 seasons, and these 2 seasons are awesome. Now, my final thoughts of this show is it's pretty awesome. This is a very well funny written story. In fact, you have a bunch of characters that's so likable and to enjoy to see. In fact, all the situation they get into, in fact, you've seen it before but done a different way. In fact, every time you see this story, you predict what's gonna happen and give you something you won't expect. Like, this is pretty much fresh and original. The jokes, I just love it. I don't have anything else to say about this. The only thing left to say is the rating. You have to give this 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Have a wonderful day.